Z100.
Proud to have back in the studios of Z100, legendary Lifehouse. And I do say legendary because your music, a lot of bands will have a huge amount of success and we just never hear from them ever again. Like, oh, Los Del Rio, remember the Macarena? Mm-hmm. Sure you do. I know you do.
Yeah.
But no, you guys have had a ton of success and you will have more success because I'm hearing everywhere I prepped last night, hear people talking about you say that this next album and the process in which you have employed to put it together, how dare I say this? There's so much anticipation that it just has to be good. No pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure, you guys.
No pressure.
But like the music blogs are saying like this, you're doing something different than you've done the last 6 times.
We spent 2 years making this album, and that was something new for us. Usually an album takes 5 to 6 months to make. Mm-hmm. We really wanted to make sure that we got this one right. You know, we're not on Interscope anymore. We're kind of going the indie route, and it was just total creative freedom in the studio.
No, for those who don't know, who just enjoy the music but don't get the business process behind it, sign to a label, they basically give you a timeline, they have their people, and you have a little bit of say, but for the most part, it's you kind of go through their channels and do what they want because they're kind of in charge by financing. Am I right or am I dead wrong?
I mean, is that fair? Is that a fair assessment?
That sounds pretty right.
Okay. So you're kind of going by their rules and on their timeline, and they're kind of like your landlord of music.
They were great to work with, but mm-hmm. There's things like this. You put in, you turn in 12 songs, and you're like, this is our album, and if they don't think you have a first single, then you have to go back and you have to continue that mental process of trying to come up with something just to get your music through the door. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean?
Well, it's heartbreaking too. I mean, they are your children, these songs. They are your blood, sweat, and tears. Mm-hmm. And to have someone go, I'm not hearing that thing you slaved 2 months over mastering, bloody fingers. That's the last thing you want, is this person who wasn't there during the entire process, who via email just shoots down your hopes, dreams, and fantasies, right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
I could never do what you do. That's heartbreak. We have very nice people here who will listen to my show occasionally and go, that thing you said about the girl smelling her Uggs and having her friend spray Febreze, maybe not. But that's whatever. It's done, and then I don't have to worry about it. You guys, this is so much work that you do. And to have someone just go, and then how are you not popping antidepressants and sitting in the corner crying when that happens? How do you not go into a funk and
how
just
do you know we're not?
And that's maybe where the magic comes from in your music. It's just this hardcore, curled up crying depression.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sad side.
I didn't mean to start the interview off like this, but I don't know how, well, anyway, you're doing your own thing. It's 2 years. Describe the process over 2 years putting this together. 2 whole years. Is this like a refinement, like a one of those scotches that sits in a barrel and you're waiting for the right hint of the wood in the barrel to flavor the scotch? Is this like a flavoring thing?
Either that or searching for the right scotch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he wrote like 60, 70 songs that you basically just chisel away and pick the best ones.
It was more like throwing darts for like 2 years until you hit a couple bullseyes.
Throwing darts with Stevie Wonder. You're just like, okay, eventually we will hit the board.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we were coming off of a little break too. So after our last record, we decided not to go on another 2-year tour and just kind of stay home for a little bit. Ricky was playing with the Goo Goo Dolls. Bryce was doing his own thing. And I just got back in and started messing around with ideas until we started to have an album start to take shape, and we all just kind of jumped on it and picked the songs and produced it, recorded it together. So it took I think that's why it took so long. It wasn't really a premeditated thing. It was just like, let's just kind of take all the pressure off and just make the album that we want to make.
That's incredible that you just like, it's just such a shoulders down. Oh, okay, cool. This is going to be so different.
It's because it's music. It's supposed to be fun,
Normally, yes. Sometimes no. Sometimes it's sad.
I know, but it's sad when when you see a band that you grew up with that you love and they turn a corner and all of a sudden it seems like they're not having fun with it anymore. We don't want to be those guys
where it just becomes work.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're just like, oh no.
I know, because you can feel it. You can feel when someone's just going through the motions and it's become a job. Trying
when you kind of hear it too in the music.
Yeah, totally.
When they, a lot of bands will go, what was that thing we did on that first single? Let's capture that. Let's bring that back. Well, and then it just sounds like the first single, kind of a copy of a copy.
Right.
Yep.
And then, then some guy goes on YouTube and puts them both together and, oh, they're the same. I'm not going to. No, not at all. I want to hear some classic touring stories.
Classic touring.
You guys have done this a while, and there's got to be a situation where I never thought this would ever happen until it finally did.
We almost left Bryce at the hotel once.
Yeah, that was
in his underwear. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I ran after the bus, in the venue. I ran after the bus thinking that they were leaving, and the bus was just going to the venue, which was 1 block away. So I ran 1 block after the bus I was
Just one
really
block.
I was really jet lagged. It was
You were slow.
a little slow, but yeah, all the fans waiting outside the venue for the show were pretty surprised to see me running after the bus.
Are you happy that didn't happen in the year 2015 where everyone has a phone in their pocket?
Yeah, I'm happy it was a little back in the day before everyone.
Yeah, whether they whipped out their disposable camera.
It's on Snapchat.
Got a blurry image,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, did you guys always have issues back in the day, security issues, where like people knew where you were staying before you knew where you were staying, where like the hotel manager would tip off the fans, like, okay, Lifehouse is coming, don't tell anybody. And then you get there, and like, how do they know? Why are there 13 people in the lobby holding up signs?
Well, no.
Actually, back in the we've had people literally like outside of our hotel rooms many times.
It's happened a couple of times. We had code names for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not still using? Can I hear what the code names were?
No, we don't have them anymore.
Well, can I hear what they were though?
Didn't we
I
go
don't
with
even
like
remember.
mine was
Cornelius?
Jack Kelly.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, these code names are porn names. You were Jack Kelly.
I don't remember what mine
No.
was. I hope it was a porn name though.
Chiseled Thunder.
I like that.
All right, that
my
was your
porn
name.
name.
Is
You were
that what you
Chiseled-
get from the
you
way
were-
I look?
You were Chiseled Thunder. Can you remember yours?
It was like Cornelius or something. I forget.
Oh, you and all like Harry Potter?
I was gonna say you were like the academic scholar /
Cornelius Gertrude.
He was casting spells in his hotel room. That's what happened. Now it's different though. Now with
No one cares anymore.
No, what do you know? I'm not saying that.
No one wants in our hotel rooms
That's
anymore,
not
man.
true. I'm saying being in a
When you
different
turn
place.
30, it's
How dare you?
Except the,
Okay, don't
the
do-
Philippines, we need code names though. Like I'm not even.
Why? Because they
Short to
love you
say,
or want to
yeah,
harvest
if we
your
go to the
organs to
Philip-
sell on the Silk Road?
both.
No, the Philippines is a huge,
Yeah,
huge
Philippines is
market for
crazy.
us. Like they'll wait outside hotels.
We
there.
need a full motorcade to get to the venue in the Philippines.
But they're so sweet though and docile.
They are very sweet.
Sweet, and you've described them like herbivores. Sweet and docile.
They're not aggressive at all.
Filipinos, non-aggressive, sweet, and docile.
They're so sweet.
You should be part of the tourism commission for the Philippines.
I'm into it. I think I could do it.
I
We
found
probably
my
could get
experience in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Cool. So this album comes out, and you are so because you are rolling indie. Does this mean are we going to be able to find this on iTunes, or do we have to go through like an eight party like? How do you sell? How do you make money from your music?
I have no idea.
Come on, you're supposed to know this was part of the
I
plan.
was hoping
dude.
you could tell us how to sell
No.
some records. No, it'll be on iTunes, and there will be
Okay.
a couple physical copies that you could buy at Walmart and Target.
Well, this is I like there's something about that. Just I miss liner notes, man. There's just and I sound old school and I don't care. There's just something about having the physical media.
I do too. I miss vinyl.
Yeah.
Did you hear every year vinyl's making like a 5% increase year over year?
Yeah, I think that's great actually.
Why don't you guys, maybe like it costs a lot of money to press vinyl.
We
though.
made the
Yeah.
last record we made on vinyl.
I think we talked about that actually. I think we had this
Yeah.
discussion in the same room. Yeah,
Yeah.
vinyl. Yeah. Would you be doing that again, or is it just an effing nightmare? You just would rather not deal with it.
I think we're gonna stick with the jewel case.
Yeah.
Jewel case and liner notes and such. Awesome. Well, guys,
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear the finished product. 2 years, and I'm sure it's going to cut through and make some impacts. And
Thanks,
I wish you
man.
the most success. And it's always a pleasure speaking with all of you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
Thank
too,
you so
man.
much.
So much fun. And I got to try going to the Philippines because docile creatures. I love it. I'm a docile creature myself. Guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.